Now leading off for the Boyle Eagles, left fielder number 8, Jackson Kramer.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It was a game we didn't know at some point in the evening whether it would be played tonight. Maybe tomorrow. 3.5 hours after it was slated to begin, and actually gets underway, the number 1 and the number 2 seed. Both Weevils of Enterprise State and the Gums from Wallace and Dothan. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Really didn't have any extreme heavy downpours. Had quite a bit of lightning that created delays. And the tarp brought onto the turf. But about, I guess 38 minutes ago, the process began to get the field ready, and here we go. Weevils putting Jackson Kramer at the plate first. Cole Savage is the 2-hitter. Jay Boroff in the 3 spot. Braden Warren is batting 4th. DM Lear is the 5-hitter. Lane Griggs in the 6th spot. Matt Dave Snell batting 7th. Bryce Hinton is the 8-hitter, and Ronan Fowler in the 9 hole. Mason Cogswara is the starting pitcher of the year in D2 baseball. Meanwhile, his battery mate is Peyton Ryback. Kason Gleaton is at first. There's the strikeout of Kramer to begin the game. And there is one away.
Now batting the designated hitter number 22.
Second baseman Anthony Zarzana. Evan Taylor at short. Caleb Scott at third for the Gums. Got an outfield of JT Thigpen in left. Center fielder is Makai Buckley. And in right field, Drew Shiver. Nothing in 1 the count on Cole Savage. Then went outside with a pitch. Winds have calmed down when those thunderstorms roared a little bit to the north of us. Winds picked up. But it is at the moment calm, cool, and collective. Into the strike zone. Count goes even in 2 on Savage. 75 degrees. Feels like 74. That is into the zone, and out goes Savage. Back-to-back Ks. Kangzawa getting Kramer and Savage. And both of them looking as Jay Boroff makes his way to the plate. Boroff, the D2 Player of the Year, rightfully so, won the Triple Crown. Tops in RBIs, tops in batting average, tops in home runs. What a year for the Troy signee. Here's the 0-1 offering to Boroff. Outside, Braden Warren moving to the on-deck circle. Top of the first, game just underway. A couple of teams that won in their first outing as that is sent foul towards third. And that first outing happened yesterday. They did not play on Wednesday because of their 1 and 2 seeds. Earned them a first-round bye. So 1 game to get here, and if you win this one, you are already playing on Sunday. So do well in the regular season, get the top or the 2nd seed, win 2 early games, and then you sit around and let other folks beat up on one another. 2 strikeouts looking, 1 swinging, and out goes the Boll Weevils in the top of the first.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Now leading off with the gun, center fielder number 1, Montgomery Buckley.
Bottom of the first, Makai Butley starting it off. It is Anthony Zarzana who will bat in the 2 spot. JT Thigpen hitting 3rd. Kason Gleaton in the 4 spot. 5-hitter Blake Wynn. Peyton Ryback hits 6th. 7-guy Drew Shiver. Caleb Scott hitting 8th. And the 9-hitter is Evan Taylor. Aiden Wright getting the start for Enterprise State on the hill. Behind the plate is Matt and Dave Snell. At first, Braden Warren. Second baseman, Bryce Hinton. Shortstop, Ronan Fowler. And at third, Jay Bora. Jackson Kramer in left. Center fielder, D.M. Lear. And you've got Lane Griggs in right. 1-2 offering to Buckley. Comes up swinging. And there's one away. There have been 4 outs in the game and all Ks. Anthony Zarzana next. JT Thigpen to the on-deck circle. Well, let's see what the official discussion is all about. An early conversation here. Let's go back and look, see if there's something in the swing and miss that might indicate well, I don't see anything. And after a conversation between officials, no change in the strikeout of Buckley. Anthony Zarzana next. JT Thigpen to the on-deck circle. Warren, Lear, and Griggs. When you get to the top of the second for Enterprise State, that is sent down the line but foul in the direction of right field. Nothing in one on Zarzana. Well, the game was already going to get a late start because really of the first game of the day. That LBW Central Alabama game went 3 hours, 20 minutes. Pushed back the start of game 2, which you would assume would push back the start of game 3, although it hadn't much, because of the mercy rule game between Bevel State and Bishop State. But then that threat of inclement weather. And then the lightning delays. 1-2 pitch, high and away in the count even. And all of that combined turned to 5 p.m. first pitch into an 8:40 first pitch. A little bit low with the offering, and the count runs full. Three balls, couple of strikes. But they're here, we're here, you're here, and here we go. There is a walk down to first. Got our first base runner, Anthony Zarzana, on. And then we'll bring J.T. Thigpen to the plate.
The left fielder, number 10, J.T. Thigpen.
Wallace Dothan coming in as the number 1 seed. Obviously, in the midst of the season, they faced Enterprise State. As a matter of fact, played them 4 times. And interestingly, lost 3 of the 4. Only suffered 10 losses in the conference all year long, and 3 of those administered by the Boll Weevils. The lone Gov win was in the first game of the doubleheader on March 22nd in Dothan. And that was a big win, 5 innings. And a 12-zip win. But, on the other hand, Enterprise State reciprocated. I guess technically it was Wallace Dothan reciprocating for what Enterprise State had done. They pulled off a mercy run rule game 2, as that is lifted towards right field in foul territory. Twisting around a bit, but Lane Griggs able to come up with a catch. And now an appeal that Zarzana left early. Let's see. And now we'll look to the official, and he is yet to indicate one way or the other. Well, immediately, Matt Dave Snell said appeal it at first.
Now batting the plate,
But apparently Zarzana did not leave early. Thigpen the out into right. He'll go to second, and there's 2 gone. And now the appeal. Well, and I still haven't seen an official indicate. I guess the umpire at first is indicating safe. It almost looked as if he's saying appeal to another guy. We are in the bottom of the first and might have our second 3-up meeting. Bubba Fricker out to explain his side of the appeal. I don't know if he got an answer that he liked, but he got an answer and goes back to the dugout. Meanwhile, back to the plate, Kason Gleaton. That is shot towards center field, right over the head of T.M. Lear. Into center field, Zarzana will score. Gleaton's got a double that puts the Govs on top. Well, it was Gleaton who started the Govs scoring yesterday. And it is Gleaton who begins the Govs scoring today. Does it with a double, drives in Zarzana. That is a team-leading 15th double of the year for Gleaton. Blake Wynn with Gleaton at second, Peyton Ryback on deck. A little bit outside with a pitch to Wynn. Wynn batting .276. 3 home runs, 25 RBIs, 9 doubles. Taking a pitch into the strike zone from right. 4, 5, and 6 in the order when we get to the second, and that's where we're headed after the strikeout of Blake Wynn. Bookend strikeouts, Buckley to begin it, Wynn to end it, in between Zarzana, scoring on the Gleaton double.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Now leading off of the Blue Eagles, the first baseman, number 27, Braden Ryan.
Top of the second, Braden Warren starts it. DM Lear and Lane Griggs, 2 up in the inning, 2. Cubs get a run, and Gleaton double drives in Anthony Zarzana, who had walked. And the Cubs take a 1-zip lead into the top of the second. There is the 4th strikeout for Kaswara. He'll get Warren, and there's one away. DM Lear next.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, DM Lear.
Lane Griggs moving to the on-deck circle. There have been 4 outs, 4 Enterprise State outs, and all of them strikeouts. Cogswara, 57 and a third innings of work over the course of the regular season. Went 6-3. Peyton Ryback going to be given an opportunity to try to recover. Coach coming out and say, can I help? Interestingly, Cogswara, 1 appearance as a reliever, and it turned into a save. Also 1 complete game, 57 and a third innings of work. 26 hits given up, 16 runs, 9 earned, 30 walks, and 80 strikeouts. A couple of home runs allowed, a 1.41 ERA. There is a base hit by DM Lear. And a base runner report for Lane Griggs.
Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Lane Griggs.
So you can add 4 to that strikeout total for Cogswara. Tying run aboard, Lane Griggs to the plate. Matt Dave Snell moving to the on-deck circle. A little high with the first pitch. Ryback, Scheimer, and Scott when you get to the bottom part of the inning. On the inside part of the plate. Count will go even at 1. Two teams eliminated. LBW losing to Central Alabama 13-10. And in 6 innings, Bevel State beating Bishop State 13-3. Into the dirt with a pitch. Good one, run on. Lear already got a bag. Now takes another. 90 feet away from tying the game up. From one corner to the other goes Lear Lane Griggs with a chance to bring in the first boll weevil run. Matt Dave Snell on deck. And the count runs full. Three-two offering. Swung on and missed. K number 5 for Cogswara.
Now batting to catcher number 6, Matt Dave Snell.
I think your highest strikeout total thus far this week here was 13. You've got Cogswara now at 5. High with the first pitch to Snell. Bryce Hinton moving to the on-deck circle. That is over towards right field, but foul. So your original field of 6 trimmed to 4, your final 4. Play tomorrow, and we'll be left with a terrific 2 by Sunday. Ground towards second. Zarzane's got it, lobs it over to first, gets Snell on the 4-3, and Lear is left at third. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Perhaps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Now leading off with the Gulls, catcher number 5, Peyton Ryback.
Bottom of the second, Peyton Ryback starts, and Drew Shiver and Caleb Scott due up in the inning 2. Enterprise State gets a hit, gets a runner, gets a guy to third, but left 90 feet away from tying the game up. And we head to the bottom of the second, Ryback, Shiver, and Scott. Here's the 0-2 offering from right. It is ground foul in the direction of third. And the count will stay 0-2. It looks like we're going to be playing baseball late into the night. Hoping that we're not playing early into Saturday morning. Have already had our, quota extra inning game, had a mercy rule game. So we got all that out of the way. That is hit towards the gap, drops in. Left center field. Ryback thought about 2. Good job of getting over and cutting it off by Kramer. And Ryback initially thinking 2, settles for 1. And that is hit number 2 in the game for Wallace Dothan.
Batting the right fielder number 6, Drew Shiver.
Leadoff single for for Peyton Ryback with Drew Shiver coming to the plate. Caleb Scott in the on-deck circle. Aiden Wright, 41 2/3 innings this year. Bunting towards Boroff, and he leaves something fairly important behind to get the out at first. That is that baseball. It'll be credited as a Shiver base hit. And a couple of runners on for Caleb Scott.
Caleb Scott.
Wright 4-2, 41 2/3 innings. 49 hits given up, 25 runs, 22 earned. 21 walks, 41 strikeouts. 4 home runs, a 4.75 ERA. Going away with a pitch to Caleb Scott. Comes with a couple of base runners, 9-hitter Evan Taylor on deck. Third inning for the Boll Weevils begins at the 8th spot as a strike is delivered to Scott. Even counted 1. Again showing bunt. Scott pulls back, pitch outside. And it's a 2-1 count. Nobody out in the inning. Pretty good looking punt over to get it is right. Can he get it to first in time? No, he cannot. And the bases are full of gums. Runners at first, second, and third, and nobody out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Evan Taylor.
Evan Taylor coming to the plate, but it will be after Bubba Frichter comes to the hill. Going out to have a conversation with Aiden Wright. Today's only non-elimination game. Both of these teams will move on. The question is, will you move to tomorrow or will you move to Sunday? If you move to tomorrow, that means you've lost tonight's game. And it also means you're playing the winner of Bevel State and Central Alabama, who meet at noon tomorrow. Conversation over. Bases loaded, nobody out. And you know the odds with the bases loaded and nobody gone. Typically a run comes in, but it's not a guarantee. As a matter of fact, we had a game today. LBW and Central Alabama. Saints had loaded it up with nobody going. And the Trojans were able to retire the Saints without a run coming in. You can beat the odds, but you like the odds if you got the bases loaded. Makai Buckley to the on-deck circle. Count goes to 1-2 on Evan Taylor. Taylor, a .340 hitter. Typically singles his level of expertise. Has hit 42 of those out of the 49 hits this year. Has driven in 16 runs. Two offering too far outside. Here is the payoff pitch. It is a big one for Aiden Wright with the bases loaded. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll get another payoff pitch. Top of the order on deck. Right back at third, Shiver at second. Scott is at first. That is popped up on the infield. Coming over from first is Warren. He'll make the catch. And there's one away. And those odds have gotten a little better for the Boll Weevils in trying to keep the Cubs off the board with the bases full.
Center fielder number 1, Mackay Buckley.
Back to the top of the order, Mackay Buckley. Buckley struck out in the first. Anthony Zarzana into the on-deck circle. That is floated towards left. It will drop in despite the efforts by Fowler at short. Coming in to score is Reinbach. Had to wait to see if it was going to be caught. And the plate a little closer than it might ordinarily be, but Buckley's got an RBI single.
Now batting the second baseman number 3, Anthony Zarzana.
And the Cubs will double the lead. Anthony Zarzana walked and scored a run in the first, driven in by Kason Gleaton. A little bit outside with the pitch. Snell trying to pull it into the zone, but it will stay outside. Strike delivered, and the count evens at 1. One ball, one strike, one out, one in. And a swing and a miss by Zarzana. Hinton, Fowler, and Kramer in the Boll Weevil third. One-two pitch to Zarzana. A little bit outside. Batting .299 on the year, 32 RBIs. 4 doubles and a triple. 38 hits in 127 plate appearances. Low inside offering, and again, Ryan runs it full. Here's the payoff pitch from Wright. It is shot in the direction of center, drops in as a base hit. Another runs in on another RBI single, Zarzana. Driving in Shiver. And the bases are still loaded.
Batting the left fielder number 10, JT Stickford.
JT Thigpen to the plate. On the outside part of the plate. Thigpen with a fly out to right field in the first. Kason Gleaton, the guy who drove in the game's first run, is on deck. Into the stands and out of play. Thigpen, the second out in the first inning. A .301 hitter on a .298 hitting Cubs squad. That is hit to first. And that is bobbled a bit, but able to come up with it. Then popped out of the mid. Warren trying to put the tag on Thigpen. In comes Scott. In comes Buckley. And the lead goes to 5. And that will be an E3.
Now batting the first baseman number 44, Kason Gleason.
Zarzana to third, and first is Thigpen. Case and Gleaton, a double that drove in a run in the first. Into the dirt outside with a pitch. Blake Wynn to the on-deck circle. And Coach Bubba Frichter coming out of the dugout. And this time it will be to get Aiden Wright. So the starter goes into the second and then heads to the dugout. And we've got a new guy coming in. The new guy in the right numbers when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Cole Hewitt, the new pitcher, throws one pitch and gets 2 outs. Case and Gleaton wrapping into the 6, 4, and 3. And Hewitt, that one toss will bring us to the end of the second, but not before 4 runs plate. And the Govs build a 5-run lead headed to the third.
You've played some travel ball, you've shared the videos. Mom and Dad can only root so much. It's time to get real interest from the colleges and scouts in your area, right where you live. That's why the Showcase Series is different. We're not just another tournament, we're an advancement event where you get real-time exposure with live TV coverage of our games that get you seen directly by the coaches you want to impress from anywhere in the world. Register for events at showcaseseries.org. It's your turn at bat.
Now leading off for Angel Bryce, the second baseman, number 5, Bryce Simpson.
Top of the third, 8-hitter Bryce Hinton will pop it up. It is in the neighborhood of third, and reaching back to make the catch is Caleb Scott. So a pitch and an out in the third. Ronan Fowler coming to the plate.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Ronan Fowler.
Fowler, the 9-hitter, top of the order, Jackson Kramer moving to the on-deck circle. 1 run in the first, 4 runs in the second for the Govs. Taking a 5-zip lead into the top of the third. By the way, in the fourth, we'll take your shout-outs. We'll tell you what we're looking for in about 5 more outs. Last Weevil to get his first at-bat of the game. And it happens 42 minutes into this one. 1-2 on Fowler. Enterprise State 337 hitting, but there is strikeout number 5 for Cogswara. Make that 6. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 thus far in the third.
Jackson Kramer.
6 strikeouts. As we're back to the top of the order, Jackson Kramer to the plate. Around to short, Taylor over to get it. Goes to first, way too tall with a toss. Headed to second is Kramer, and he will get tagged out. Well, was going to be an E6. Turns into a 6-2-4, I believe. Picked off at second, Kramer. And a 1-2-3, top of the third. Just about all white, Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Now leading off for Wallace Johnson, your designated hitter, number 7, Blake Quinn.
A reminder to follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Not a demand, not a requirement, just a request. But we would love to have you as a subscriber, access to game shows, interviews, highlight clips, and more. Be a part of our growing community. Blake Quinn starting it off. Peyton Ryback and Drew Shiver. Cole Hewitt came into the ball game in the second and threw a pitch. Got Gleaton to wrap into the 6-4-3. And that put an end to the inning and put the finishing touches on the Aiden Wright numbers. He worked an inning and a third. Faced 12, struck out 2, walked 1, gave up 6 hits and 5 runs. 1-1 pitch inside to Wynn. Wynn struck out to put it into the first. That is ground foul in the direction of first. Peyton Ryback on deck. Win a .276 hitter on the year. 12 extra base hits. 9 of those doubles, 3 round trippers. Popped up on the infield, calling for it at short is Fowler, and he'll make the catch. Out will go Wynn. One away for Peyton Ryback. Ryback had one of the 5 base hits in the second inning. As a matter of fact, he had the first of the 5. And scored 1 of the 4 runs. Low pitch to Ryback. Drew Shiver to the on-deck circle. Here's the Hewitt offering. It is sent in the direction of right field in foul territory. Almost there, but not quite. Lane Griggs. Took a dive for it near the warning track. Comes up just short. And it's a 1-2 count on Ryback. 281 hitter, 16 RBIs, 25 hits in 89 official at-bats. Low and away with a pitch. And is grabbed at second by Hinton. Nice play, able to get it over to first and get Ryback. That looked like a base hit before Bryce Hinton got a hold of it. And there's 2 gone with Drew Shiver to the plate.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Drew Shiver.
Major League Baseball tonight. Nationals knock off the Mets 5-4. Blue Jays over the Yankees 4-2. Royals defeat the Astros 2-0. Twins over the Angels 11-4. Cubs shut out the Phillies 4-0. The Orioles-Tigers game has been postponed. Will be made up on the 26th. 1-0 pitch, foul away. 1-1 on Shiver. Top of the 8th, Cards 3-2 over the Brewers. Top of the 6th, 6-6 Reds and Rockies. Braves leading the D-backs 3-0. Bottom of the 2nd, bottom of the 4th, Mariners 1-0 over the Marlins. Rays over the Padres 1-0 in the bottom of 3. End of 2, no score. White Sox and A's. Bottom of the 1st, Pirates 1-0 over the Dodgers. End of 1, no score, Giants and Rangers. Low inside pitch, 3-1. Caleb Scott to the on-deck circle. They'll come in low, and Shiver will get a 2-out walk. That is the first Hewitt walk, the second Weevil walk. And a runner on for Caleb Scott. Evan Taylor on deck. Mo Weevils in the 4th send 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. Savage, Boroff, and Warren. Into the strike zone to Scott, who singled and scored a run in the 2nd. No 1 pitch, just a little bit outside. 1-1 offering. It is on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. D2 baseball still in the regular season in the ACCC. Their tournament gets underway in about 8 to 10 days. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate to Scott. 1 runner left on, nobody scores. We are through 3, and the Govs by 5.
Montgomery, Alabama. Too much to do to just drive through. Home to world-changing history and so much more to explore. Stand in the footsteps of heroes. Taste the heart and soul of the South. Find outdoor adventure at every turn. And enjoy world-class arts and culture. Discover the perfect blend of Southern hospitality and vibrant new beginnings. Come stay a night or two and experience the excitement and legacy of Montgomery.
Now leading on for the Weevils, designated hitter number 22, Cole Savage.
Top of the 4th gets underway. Cole Savage, Jay Boroff, and Braden Warren due up in the inning. Time to get to your shout-outs, too, in the 4th. 334-488-1385. It is the number attached to your scoreboard. And here's what we're looking for in your shout-outs. You probably know by now, but if not, who is the shout-out to? Who is it from? What's the shout-out? And we'd love to know where you're watching from. You don't have to get real precise, like street address. Not necessary. Popped up on the infield. Taylor will get it, 1 away. And text it all to 334-488-1385 in the 4th. Oh, one other request. You got a watch party going on? Snap a photo, caption it, send it. Same number. And, of course, we'd like to be in the picture, too. So if you're watching the game on an iPad, big screen, telephone, snap it, send it. Jay Boroff struck out in the 1st. Back to the plate here in the 4th. On the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Braden Warren to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order. In the bottom of the 4th for Wallace Dothan. Into the dirt outside, and the count goes 1-2 on Boroff. One ball, couple of strikes. Boroff awaits. Cogswara delivering, and it's fouled away. Shout out to Gresham Baker. A big happy birthday shout out to Gresham Baker. And of course, Baker was the leadoff hitter and the third baseman for the Bears in the prior game, outside to Boroff. Shout out to Jimmy and Pickles Buckley watching the Govs in their pajamas from Goose Creek, Georgia. Well, Jimmy and Pickles in your PJs, thanks for watching. A little bit outside to Boroff. Full count at 3-2. Talk about a guy that has walked a ton of times. Not this time, though. Struck out, thought he was headed to first. But Blue rings him up with a pitch on the outside part of the plate.
But
Borov, in the regular season, walked 55 times. Two gone for Braden Warren. A little bit outside with the pitch to Warren, who struck out in the second. Here's a shout out that simply says, "Go Govs." But I see where they texted back in 2022. Cheering on the Govs then, too. Good to hear from the Aussies watching and cheering on the Govs. Here's one that says, "Go Weevils," from Coach G and Cambo. We're proud of you. Fouled away by Warren. Three, 1385. DM Lear to the on-deck circle. Inside offering. Shout out to the Lady Govs softball team supporting our fellow Govs. GMFG. And congrats on the Lady Govs. Good season. Picked up at short by Taylor, goes to first and gets Warren on the 6-3. Halfway through the inning, halfway through your shout-outs in a 5-zip game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for two on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Now leading off with a go, the shortstop number 2, Evan Taylor.
Bottom of the order, bottom of the fourth. Evan Taylor starts it. Makai Buckley and Anthony Zarzana due up in the inning 2. All of our runs thus far coming in the first 2 innings. 5-zip advantage as a strike is delivered to Taylor. Here's a shout out that says, "Let's go Govs." You know, the big go, the like 8 or 10-0 goes. And a picture, too, of a couple of Govs. Thank you very much for the photo, standing just outside of Patterson Field. Hello to the Rices watching in Troy. Thank you very much, Rices. Troy, by the way, is where the district championship will be held. The winner of this and the Florida winner, as that is ground to second, picked up by Hinton, goes to first, and Taylor out number 1. Top of the order, Makai Buckley.
Center fielder number 1, Makai Buckley.
I think also will be at Troy sometime this summer with the Showcase Series and with the ALA BCA Showcases. The underclassmen and the upperclassmen. Buckley with a strikeout and a single. Apparently thought about a bunt. Pulled back in the pitch outside the zone, and the count even at 1. That caught the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, couple of strikes. Anthony Zarzana to the on-deck circle. That is flared in the direction of short. Ronan Fowler's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Anthony Zarzana.
Anthony Zarzana next. He has walked and singled, driven in a run and scored a run. That is fouled away to the right side. Shout out to the legend, Keith Griffin. And coach could go out on a bang before his retirement from the 2024 Yotes. As a matter of fact, Coach Griffin was here earlier today. Said he's going golfing tomorrow. Shout out says the Govs are shoving. Go Govs. Even counted 1 on Zarzana. JT Thigpen to follow. Ground to Boroff at third, and he will whip it over to first. 3 up, 3 down on the bottom of the 4th. Hey, thanks for shouting as we head to the 5th.
Now leading off for the Weevils, center fielder number 11, DM Lear.
Top of the 5th, DM Lear starts in. Lane Griggs, Matt Dave Snell, 2 up in the inning. A little bit outside with the offering. All right, we have moved on to the 5th. The shout-outs are in the 4th, but this one came in prior to the 4th, and these days it just wouldn't be a game without a shout-out from Fayette, Alabama. As that one is lifted deep into the air towards the wall, and Lear sends it out of the park. DM Lear with a solo home run. And the Bull Weevils are on the board.
Now batting the right fielder number 15, Lane Griggs.
5-1, the advantage is Lear. smacks the round tripper, his second of the year. Well, few know it, but right where that shot went, there is this black van parked with a camera on top. I can swear from where I'm sitting, it looked like the ball bounced beyond the fence. But my camera's still in place, so I guess all's well that ends well. May have a big dent on the top of the van, but camera's working and the game goes on, and the Boll Weevils have cut into the lead by 1. Lane Griggs to the plate. He struck out in the second. Matt Dave Snell to the on-deck circle. That home run given up by Coswara was his 6th. And he comes right back and strikes out Griggs.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Matt Dave.
One out for Matt Dave Snell. That is the 8th Coswara strikeout of the game. Inside with the pitch to Snell, who ground into a 4-3 to put it into the second. Bottom of the 5th, Thigpen, Gleaton, and Wynn for the Gums. By the way, we have ended shout-outs in the 4th inning here on JockJive, but feel free to go to YouTube anytime during the game. You got an E4 that's going to get another runner on. Snell is aboard. And the Weevils with another runner.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Bryce Hinton.
Bryce Hinton to the plate. Hinton with a fly out to third. He was the first out in the 3rd inning. Takes a pitch a little bit outside. That error charge to Zarzana, his 6th of the year. Count goes even at 1. Shot foul in the direction of the first base dugout, caught the screen. If you are a fan watching a game at Patterson Field, you got to feel pretty comfortable. Screens everywhere to protect. Some ballparks, you turn your head to talk, you hear the crack of the bat and look back around, that ball could be on its way. Here you got some peace and comfort with those screens in place. Lifted towards right field, making the catch in right. That is Drew Shiver. And out is Bryce Hinton.
Now batting goes shortstop, number 1, Ronan Fowler.
Ronan Fowler next. Fowler struck out in the 3rd. Back to the plate here in the 5th. Says it got him on the shoulder. Snell will advance, the official not agreeing. Upstairs with the offering to Fowler. JT Thigpen, Casey Gleaton, Blake Wynn. In the bottom of the 5th inning for Wallace Dothan. Enterprise State, though, would like to hang around the top part of the 5th a little longer. 2-0 offering. And it's high into the air, and, well, there was Kason Gleaton, but he kind of misjudged where the fence was in relation to the baseball. Actually had a chance to make the catch. But contending with a fence, a warning track, and a baseball. High and away with the pitch. Jackson Kramer on deck. Three-one pitch to Fowler. That is popped up again. Gleaton again on the run, and this time it is well over the fence. In this particular case, the screen into the stands. And the count runs full. Three and two on Fowler. He will walk down to first. And for Fowler, that is the 20th time he's gotten a free pass from the opposing pitcher. And a couple of base runners are on. Coach coming out to converse with the pitcher of the year, Mason Cogswara. With a couple of base runners on, one run in. Solo home run to begin the inning from T.M. Lear. And there's been a chip off that 5-run lead. Top of the order, Jackson Kramer coming to the plate. Jackson Kramer with a strikeout. It looked like he'd reached on an error, trying to take second, and got thrown out there. Well, checking in on the draft, looks like Jalen Milroe has gone to the Seahawks. A little bit of a surprise. No, that's a big surprise. Not that he's gone to the Seahawks, not that he's gone in the second round, but that he has gone ahead of Shedeur Sanders. So Sanders still looking for a team, and there's only, a handful of picks left in the second round. Popped up, foul territory. This one Gleaton might get to, and he will. One run in on the Lear homer, and two runners stranded as we head to the bottom of the fifth.
The top of the fifth inning, one run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on.
It's breathing fine. My soul wants to redo. My brain wants to test. My face wants to back. And my bones want to test. If I had one more shot with you, I'd pull the bow back. Hiding for the heart. Let blood paint the trace. I know I'm out of luck, 'cause when you see shooting stars, it comes and it goes, and you don't see it anymore. I'm deaf to what you said, I'm blind to your star man. Lord knows we're perfect, that's worth a million. I'm in a battle with myself. I now need you on my team. Through the fire, to my high, to the mountains, to my stream. And you may not see it, my dreams sure do. And I'm feeling
Bottom of the fifth, JT Thigpen starts in Case and Cleaton. Blake Wynn 2 up in the inning 2. And Gusek off the board for the Weevils as DM Lear leads off the fifth with a solo homer. And we get to the bottom of the fifth. Thigpen has popped out and reached on an error. 0-4-2 in the game. Hewitt, who came into the ballgame in the second, has worked his way into the fifth. Thigpen, number 1 on the team in RBIs, 42. A little bit outside with the pitch, 2-1. Case and Cleaton on tag. 6th inning for the Weevils has 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate. The 3-1 pitch. That's outside, and Thigpen's walked. That is the second Hewitt walk. And it is the third Weevil walk.
24, Jason Gleason.
And a base runner aboard for Case and Cleaton. Cleaton has doubled and hit into a double play. The double drove in Zarzana in the first. And the double play was the first pitch for Hewitt in the game. And it ended the second inning. Blake Wynn is on deck. That is a base hit into center field. Cleaton's second hit of the game. Thigpen moves to second.
Now batting the designated hitter number 7, Blake
Comes
Wynn.
with a couple of base runners on in the bottom of the fifth, motivated by that run in the top part of the inning. Trying to get it back, Blake Wynn, who is 0 for 2 in the game next. A strikeout and a fly out to short. Peyton Ryback on deck. Then caught the barrel of the bat, the end of it, on Blake Wynn into the mitt of Snell, strike 1. Trying to punt the runners over. It will go back to Hewitt, who fires over to first. Covering there is Hinton. And the sacrifice does as intended.
Now batting the catcher number
Moves
5,
Thigpen and Gleaton 90 feet
Ryback.
further. One out for Peyton Ryback. Ryback 1 for 2. A single and a ground out to second. Here is the 0-1 offering. That is sent towards third, but foul. And it's 0-2 on Ryback. Hitting .281, 18 strikeouts for Ryback. Drew Shiver to the on-deck circle. Savage, Boroff, and Warren in the sixth for the Boll Weevils. That is ground to short. Fowler's got it. Long throw over. It is not in time. And then hops out of the mitt of Warren. Cleaton will go to third. In to score is Thigpen. Safely at first is Ryback. That'll be charged as an error to Fowler. And the Boll Weevils seeing that Gov lead go back to 5. Drew Shiver, a single and a walk. Caleb Scott to the on-deck circle. There is a shot. Then we'll get right past Hinton into center field. In to score is Gleaton. Shiver with an RBI single. Well, if Hinton could have gained traction, just kind of spun his wheels at second. With any traction at all, would have been able to get over to the shot, but couldn't get there. And the Cubs match what was played in the top part of the inning and add 1. And Bubba Frichter out to the hill to have a conversation with Cole Hewitt. And there is activity now up and throwing in the Enterprise State pen, but it just got there. I mean, he just started his soft throws, so it would not appear as though Hewitt is coming out. But let's see. Caleb Scott coming to the plate. Couple of base runners on the corners in a 7-1 game. And Hewitt indeed stays to face Scott. Well, I'm seeing the blankets come out in Patterson. Looks like the temperature has dropped to about 70, maybe a tad below. And here in the deep south, when it's below 70, it's chilly. Caleb Scott 1 for 2 in the game. Singled in the second, struck out looking in the third. 1 out in the inning. Strike delivered on the outside part. And that 1 out was the Blake Wynn sacrifice that moved Thigpen and Gleaton over, and both, not coincidentally, eventually came in to score. Another one on the corner, nothing in 2. Evan Taylor to the on-deck circle. That is slowly wrapped towards third, picked up by Boroff. Looked at home, thinking about the possibility of getting Ryback. But instead to first. Scott out on the 5-3, but drives in Ryback.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Evan Taylor.
Two gone for Evan Taylor. And the Cubs push that lead out to 7. That is hit well towards left field. It will clear the wall. 2-run shot. First home run of the year for Evan Taylor. And the Boll Weevils see that Gov lead climb to 9. $18 RBIs on the year for Taylor.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1.
Back to the top of the order, Mekhi Buckley. Buckley is struck out, singled, and popped out to short. Laying down the bunt, it goes back to Hewitt. Hewitt goes to first. And you got the out of Buckley on the 1-3. But a 5-run inning. And Wallace Dothan leads by 9, headed to the 6th.
Montgomery, Alabama. Too much to do to just drive through. Home to world-changing history and so much more to explore. Stand in the footsteps of heroes. Taste the heart and soul of the South. Find outdoor adventure at every turn. And enjoy world-class arts and culture. Discover the perfect blend of Southern hospitality and vibrant new beginnings. Come stay a night or two and experience the excitement and legacy of Montgomery.
Now leading off for the Weevils, designated hitter number 22, Cole Savage.
Top of the 6th, Cole Savage starts at Jay Boroff and Braden Warren. 2 up in the inning. Bullweevils got a run in the top of the 5th on a leadoff D.M. Lear home run, and the Govs got ticks, scored 5 runs in the bottom part of the inning. And we head to the 6th. Savage 0 for 2 in the game. He has struck out and popped out to short. High pitch from Kazwara. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Look for the subscribe button. It is nearby. Walk given to Cole Savage as Jay Boroff comes to the plate. And help grow our little community into a big metro.
Number 9, Gabe Boroff.
And get access to all kinds of stuff. Low and away to Boroff. Boroff looking for his first base hit this weekend. 0 for 2 in this game with a couple of strikeouts. On the outside part of the plate. Count even in 1. Braden Warren to the on-deck circle. On the outside part of the plate. 1 and 2, Zanzara, Thigpen, and Gleaton when you get to the bottom of the 6th for Wallace Dothan. High pitch to Boroff. Here's the 2-2. And it is swung on, foul tipped back into the middle of Ryback. One out for Braden Warren. Warren with a strikeout and a ground out. 0 for 2 in the game.
Now batting go first baseman number 27, Braden Wright.
DM Lear is on deck. Strike delivered to Warren. He struck out in the second, was the first out then. Ground out to short in the fourth and was the last out then. A little bit high with the pitch to Warren. Warren, more plate appearances than any other boll weevil with 142, a 345 hitter. 8 doubles, a triple, and a home run, 29 RBIs. That is ground foul, and the count evens. Number 2 on the team in hits with 49. 10 walks and 23 strikeouts outside of the zone. And a full count. Three-2 payoff pitch and another walk. A walk of Savage, strikeout of Boroff, walk of Warren. 2 on for DM Lear.
Now batting the center fielder number 11, DM Lear.
Lear's a perfect 2 for 2. He's got the bookends of the cycle, the single and the homer. And apparently Peyton Ryback a little wobbly. A little shaken up, and coach coming out to check on his catcher. Not a particularly hot night, so I don't know if it's heat related. It is reaching for the small of the back. Coach made an indication to the dugout. I don't know if the indication was to get another catcher ready or if it was to bring a little liquid to Ryback. It looks like it's going to be to get the other catcher ready. I think Ryback looks like he's coming out of the game. And indeed he is a new catcher. Entering as Ryback will lead. And he will get a warm-up toss or two, and then we will get back to the game, trying to peer through the straps that hold on the chest protector to see who it is behind the plate. Looking at the roster, there is Ben Robinson, who wears 29. That's not a 2 and a 9. Or there is a Jackson Clyde, who wears a 9. So I'm thinking that is probably Jackson Clyde now behind the plate. DM Lear to the plate. On the outside part of the plate with the pitch to Lear. Lane Griggs is on deck. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Lear with a single in the second, a home run in the fifth. Back to the plate in the sixth with a couple of base runners on and one away. Coswaro working with a new catcher, Jackson Clyde. High inside pitch. Lear goes down swinging, 2 away.
Now batting the right fielder number 16, Lane Griggs.
Into the strike zone with the pitch to Lane Griggs. Griggs with a couple of strikeouts. Fanned in the second, fanned in the fifth. Outside with the offering from Kazwara. Jackson Cladd was the starting third baseman when Wallace Dothan took on Central Alabama yesterday. Now behind the plate with the exit of Peyton Ryback. Fouled away, it is 1-2. The only game we anticipate this weekend played under the lights. That'll be a base hit. Into left field. In to score comes Savage. To third, Warren, and Griggs has got a double in second. So Lane Griggs double with 2 away, driving in 1. Matt Dave Snell coming to the plate.
Now batting the catcher number 6, Matt Dave Snell.
Bryce Hinton moving to the on-deck circle. Back-to-back innings in which the Boll Weevils plate a run. Got Lear in on a homer in the 5th. Gets Savage in on a Griggs double in the 6th. Bryce Hinton on deck. High pitch to Snell. And an even count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the outside part of the plate. Snell ground into a 4-3 in the 2nd. Reached on an error in the 5th. High fly ball, right side. That will drop into. Warren's in. Griggs is in. Matt Dave Snell. A double that drives in 2. And the Boll Weevils trim it to 6.
Now batting the catcher number 5, Bryce Hinton.
Back-to-back doubles from Griggs and Snell. From a Boll Weevil team that had 69 doubles this year. Bryce Hinton 0 for 2. A fly out to third and right. Ronan Fowler to the on-deck circle. The 1-0 pitch inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Winner of this one doesn't play until Sunday, gets Saturday off. A walk given to Hinton. Couple of runners on. Coach coming out to get Kazwara. Looks like it. The guy headed to the bump from the pin.
Mambo number 5.
And the day will wrap for Kazwara.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Jump up and down and move it all around. Put your hands to the ground, put your hands on the ground. Take 1 step left and 1 step right. 1 to the front and 1. Now on the mound for the Cubs, number 35, Clint Lafferty. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita, all I need. A little bit of Gina, what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Ronan Fowler.
Clint Lafferty, the new pitcher for the Cubs, sophomore right-hander, 15 appearances this year, 13 times out of the pen, 3 2, 4 saves, 1 complete game, 28 2/3 innings, 40 hits given up, 29 runs, 24 earned, 13 walks, 18 strikeouts. Allowed a single home run and a 7.53 ERA. Facing the 9-hitter, Ronan Fowler. Here in the top of the 6th. A 6th inning that has seen the boll weevils score 3. That'll get the inside part of the plate. Ronan Fowler strikes out. Two runners stranded, but 3 runners in as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Cover up the 68. I fired up and let them horses bring a little pretty thing, a little tail-end Georgia dream, to keep rocking them holy kings. Baby, what you got going on Saturday? You know, word's got it, it's gonna be a party. Now leading off for the Jaws, second base number 3, Anthony Zarzetta.
We get the bottom of the 6th underway with a new pitcher on the hill for Enterprise State. That is Will Chipman. Chipman's 9th appearance, all out of the pen, 1-1 on the year. Has worked 22 innings on the bump, 23 hits given up, 11 runs, 10 earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, no home runs, a 4.09 ERA. Cole Hewitt will work 3 2/3. Got the underhand first, and out will go Zarzana on the 1-3.
Now batting the left fielder, number 10, J.T. Stigson.
Hewitt facing a total of 16 in those two, make that 3 2/3. He will strike out 1, walk 2. And give up a total of 1, 2, 3 base hits. Allowed 5 runs and hands it over to Will Chipman. Chipman with the out of Zarzana, now facing JT Thigpen. Case and Gleaton moving to the on-deck circle. Thigpen has popped out, reached on an error, and walked. Strike delivered on the outside part of the plate to Thigpen. Govs by 6 in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th, top of the order coming to the plate. For Enterprise State, Jackson Kramer, Cole Savage, Jay Boroff. Here's the 3-2 offering to Thigpen. That is hit a long way, but foul. And the count stays 3-2. Foul back to the screen, meaning payoff pitch number 3 coming. Thigpen, the second out in the first inning, reached on the error with 1 away, and then led off the 5th inning with a walk. Popped up towards the dugout at third. Out of Matt and Dave Snell's reach. And the at-bat for Thigpen continuing, and a 4th payoff pitch coming. Here's the Chipman 3-2. He got Thigpen. And there's 2 away for Case and Gleaton. Gleaton has doubled, ground into a double play and singled, 2 for 3. With an RBI and a run scored. Blake Wynn on deck. 1-0 on Gleaton. Gleaton, more plate appearances than any other guy. That is a sky-high shot to center field, but there is time and room for DM Lear to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down on the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th.
Now leading up for the Eagles, left fielder number 8, Jackson Kramer.
Top of the 7th, top of the order, Jackson Kramer to start, and Cole Savage, Jay Borough due up as well. Kramer is struck out, ground out, popped out. 0 for 3 in the game. Swing punt, pulling back into the strike zone with a pitch. Count even at 1. Kramer's strikeout came in the 1st, ground out came in the 3rd, and his fly out in the 5th. Rounds this one to 3rd, fielded by Scott, goes to 1st. Kramer out, number 1. Next is Cole Savage. Savage 0 for 2.
Hitter number 22, Cole Savage.
A strikeout, a fly out, and a walk. After the walk, came in and scored a run. It was the Lane Griggs double that drove in Savage. And that happened an inning ago. Jay Borough moving to the on-deck circle. Fouled off to the 3rd base side. Blake Wynn, Jackson Klatt, Drew Shiver. When you get to the bottom of the 7th for the Govs. A little bit low on the pitch. And the count will run to 2-1. We are almost to the 2-hour mark in this one. A little bit outside. Got it underway at about 8:40-ish. Low pitch, walk given to Savage. Runner on for Jay Borough.
Now batting the 3rd baseman number 9, Jay Borough.
Borough, 3 strikeouts in the game, 2 swinging, 1 looking. Huge regular season numbers. 463 batting average, 10 doubles, 18 home runs, 59 RBIs. Count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braden Warren to the on-deck circle. That is ground right underneath the mitt of Taylor at short. Finds its way into left field, and there are runners on the corners as Boroff will deliver with a base hit. The runners on the corners for Braden Warren.
Now batting the first baseman, number 27, Braden Warren.
Warren with a strikeout, a ground out, and a walk. And his scored a run, has a couple of runners aboard here in the top of the 7th. Diem Lear on deck. That will get out of play. Patterson Field, Montgomery, Alabama. One more day, the site of the D2 tournament. And then on Sunday, everything moves over to Riverwalk. High and away with the pitch. Here's the 1-1. And it is 1-2 with the fouled off shot by Warren, a .345 hitter on a .337 hitting Boll Weevil team. Scored a lot of runs. 391. That is ground to short. Fielded by Taylor. At least he tried to. Couldn't bring it in. Savage scoring from third. Boroff and Warren on. That'll be an E6. And it's a 5-run game.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Diem Lear.
Diem Lear next. There with a single, a home run, and a strikeout. 1 out, 2 aboard, 1 in. At one point, Wallace Dothan led by 9. That lead has been trimmed to 5. Lafferty's toss going to the screen and moving up is Boroff and Warren. And now both in scoring position, and coach coming out to the pump. I have not seen the gate to the pin open yet, so I don't know if Lafferty is leaving, but coach is coming. A couple of base runners aboard, 1 run in, 1 away. Top of the 7th. And the Govs, are they going to stick with Lafferty to face the remainder of the Lear at bat? There is activity in the Gov pin. But at the moment, it looks like that activity will continue, and Lafferty will stay on the hill. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A couple of runners on. You're in the top of the 7th. Here is the 1-1 offering. Fouled back. And the count goes to 1-2. 5, 6, and 7 in the Gov order in the bottom of the inning. Into the strike zone. And it is either 2 or 3 strikes. 3. And that is it for the Lear at bat. Two gone with Lane Griggs to the plate. Griggs 2 strikeouts and a double. He's driven in a run. And we'll float that one into the stands, out of play. Griggs struck out in the 2nd and 5th. Doinked here in the 7th. And the bases are loaded, full of boll weevils. Matt Dave Snell to the plate. Griggs, Warren, and Boroff on. Boll Weevils would like to trim more off of this lead before heading to the bottom of the 7th when Wynn, Client, and Scheimer come to the plate. Count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. I notice up on top of the hill behind center field, a house. On game night at Patterson, well, either they sleep on the other side of the house or they've got a really big night light. Fouled away by Snell. Lighting up the hillside behind the stadium. One-two offering, just a smidge inside. And the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full. Here's the Lafferty pitch. Swung on and missed, and out goes Snell. 1 run in, but 3 stranded as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Now leading off with the Cubs, number 12, Payne Justo.
One pitch into the bottom of the seventh. Blake Wynn with a fly out to left field. And there's one away. Peyton Ryback's replacement, Jackson Client, coming to the plate. Ryback just had to come out of the game, got a little wobbly behind home plate catching. That happened a couple of innings back, and for the first time, his spot in the order shows up, and Client will hit. Client, a .309 hitter on the year, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. ...136 plate appearances this year, so though he came in as a sub for Ryback, obviously he has played a lot of baseball. Third most on the team in plate appearances. 42 hits, number 2 on the team in doubles with 11. And there is a walk given to Client. So a base runner on, Drew Shiver coming to the plate. Shiver, a .290 hitter, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs on the year. He is tied for the team lead in a category that he probably would prefer not. Okay, not probably. 29 strikeouts. That is a team-leading K total. But in this game, 2 for 2. Couple of singles, a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Trying to hold up the swing, but couldn't. Count goes even at 1. 8th inning for the Boll Weevils has 8, 9, and 1 Dua. Client on at first after the walk. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Shiver. Just a little bit outside. It is a tad late on a Friday night. But it's a Friday night. So we can have a tad late game. Two-one pitch. It is a little bit high. Will Chipman came into the ball game, retired the side in order in the 6th, now working the 7th. Delivers high, and there's back-to-back walks. Couple of runners on for Caleb Scott. And Bubba Frichter, Coach of the Year in Division II baseball. Going out to the bump to have a conversation with Will Chipman. Chipman faced 4 in a row and retired him, and then walked 2 in a row. And has Caleb Scott coming to the plate, who is 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI and a walk and a run. There is activity beginning to throw in the Enterprise State bullpen. But Will Chipman going to stay and face Caleb Scott. Scott, a 167 hitter on the year. 9 hits and 54 plate appearances, 1 double, 5 RBIs.
Caleb Scott.
Evan Taylor to the on-deck circle. Low with the pitch to Scott. 5 walks and 17 strikeouts for Caleb Scott. Getting the starting nod in center field. Drives that one foul to the right side. Five-run Gov lead here in the bottom of the 7th. That is swatting foul. Hinton, Fowler, and Kramer in the 8th for Enterprise State. Two hours, 13 minutes into a game that started 3 hours and 38 minutes after its original start time. Compliments of long games and Mama Nature. High and away with a pitch to Scott. Tomorrow your baseball starts at noon, Bevel State in Central Alabama. And the winner of that one plays back-to-back games, takes on the loser of this one. A little bit inside with a pitch, 3-2. Then on Sunday, we head over to Riverwalk. Play a little baseball there. Payoff pitch inside, and the bases are loaded. Govs at first, second, and third after walks of Client, Scheimer, and Scott. And a pinch hitter for Evan Taylor. This is Lawson Laguerre.
Now batting, number 21, Lawson Laguerre.
Laguerre floating that one into center field. Laguerre, one base hit coming to that plate appearance. And delivers with a single that brings in Client. Base is still loaded in the top of the order coming to the plate. And Bubba Frichter out to the plate conversing with the umpire. That's not a trip to the mound yet. And he's not headed to the mound apparently. So Chipman will stay in to face the top of the order, Makai Buckley. And if you are the Boll Weevils, the situation gets a little precarious here with one out and the bases loaded. And in these 9-inning games, you've got mercy rules that could trigger after 5 and 7. After 5, it's 10. But after 7, it is 8. And there are a couple of runners in scoring position, but the double play can take care of an inning quickly. And that's what Hinton does. Finishes the Buckley at bat and finishes the inning. We go to the 8th.
Montgomery, Alabama. Too much to do to just drive through. Home to world-changing history and so much more to explore. Stand in the footsteps of heroes. Taste the heart and soul of the South. Find outdoor adventure at every turn. And enjoy world-class arts and culture. Discover the perfect blend of Southern hospitality and vibrant new beginnings. Come stay a night or two and experience the excitement and legacy of Montgomery.
Now leading off for the Weevils, second baseman number 5, Bryce Hickson.
Top of the 8th, Bryce Hickson starts in. Rowan Fowler and Jackson Kramer due up in the inning 2. Comes play to run, push it out to 6, the lead. And that will be floated towards center field. On the run, able to catch up with it is Mekhi Buckley. And there is one out in the 8th. Our ace statistician up here in the box tells me that Wallace Dothan has struck out 13 now. You've had 3 from Lafferty and 10 from the starting pitcher, Kazwara. As a strike is delivered to Ronan Fowler. Bottom of the 8th, Zarzana, Thigpen, and Gleaton for Wallace Dothan. Couple of strikes delivered to Fowler, who has struck out twice and walked once. Jackson Kramer next. Low and away with a pitch from Lafferty. Lafferty got roughed up a little bit in the 7th. Gleaton able to knock it down. Did he get it to Lafferty? He did. Good job by Gleaton getting to it, throwing while seated to Lafferty getting to the bag.
Now batting the left fielder number 8, Jackson Kramer.
2 gone for Jackson Kramer as we get back to the top of the order. Kramer is struck out, ground out, popped out, ground out. Innings 1, 3, 5, and 7. Back to the plate in the 8th. Cole Savage on deck. Just a little bit low in the 0-1, count evens. Jackson Kramer, a .392 hitter on the year. Couple of doubles and triples, 17 RBIs. 13 in both the walk and strikeout category. Ground to short, picked up by Taylor. To first, a little bit behind Kramer. He'll have a single. 2-out base hit with Cole Savage next.
Now batting the designated hitter number 22, Cole Savage.
Savage has struck out, popped out, and walked twice. First pitch into the strike zone. Jade Boroff on deck. Two, 3, and 4 in the Gov order. In the bottom of the 8th. Kramer at first has 16 stolen bases. So he is indeed a threat to go as that is sent into the stands. 0-2 on Savage. He struck out in the first, popped out to short in the fourth, walked in the sixth and seventh. Just a little bit outside. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Savage. One-two offering. It is sent to third and hops underneath Scott Smith. Couple of base runners on. Hit and run executed to perfection as Kramer was on his way to second. Savage with a single. And now a couple of base runners on for Jay Boroff.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Jay Boroff.
And the privilege to watch Boroff play baseball since he was playing with the Showcase Series. Product of Macon East. His mama, a social media guru. If I ever ran for office, I would hire her as a consultant on the social media thing. Into third, picked up by Scott, went to the bag, but it was foul. Count even in 1 on Boroff. 1 for 4 in the game. And a base hit in the 7th. Fights that one off, and it's a 2-strike count. Braden Warren on deck. Mo Weevils trying to slice into the 6-run lead before going to the bottom of the inning. Two offering just a little bit outside. Here is the payoff pitch to Boroff. He swings, got a piece of it, and stays alive. Strikeouts in the 1st, 4th, and 6th. Base hit in the 7th. And there's strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. 2 runners left on, couple of base hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs by 6.
Around the bed and headed for home.
Hey, be sure to follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and most pertinent, most important, the priority, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Bottom of the 8th, and Zarzana floating it into right field from second goes Hinton to make the catch. Played it perfectly for out number 1. JT Thigpen next. Thigpen is flown out to right, reached on an error, walked and struck out. Shipman came into the ball game, worked the 6th, the 7th, now the 8th. Count even in 1. Gomes trying to, well, if they had their rathers, score a couple of runs and wrap it up in the bottom of the 8th. At least tack on a little extra. Before going to the 9th, the Boll Weevils, on the other hand, want to keep it where it is. And then send 4, 5, and 6, and they certainly hope more in the top of the 9th to the plate. 1-2 pitch to Thigpen. That's a little bit outside. Case and Clayton moving to the on-deck circle. Count runs full, 3 balls, couple of strikes on Thigpen. Well, round 2 of the NFL draft over. As that one gets out of play. And again, the big surprise, Shedeur Sanders, still undrafted. There was talk at one point that he could be maybe a top pick, definitely a first-round choice. Now not 1 or 2. And we'll wait and see if he's picked in the 3rd round. Here's another payoff pitch from Shipman. Outside, and a walk given to Thigpen. So a runner on, Case and Clayton to the plate. Clayton has doubled, singled, ground out, and flown out. 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Drives that one into left field, base hit, couple of runners on. And that has got a pinch hitter for Blake Wynn to the plate. That is Payne Jeffcoat.
Now batting number 12, Payne Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat hitting .267, 4 RBIs, 8 hits. All of his regular season hits have been singles. High pitch to Jeffcoat. Jackson Client to the on-deck circle. Ground foul by Jeffcoat. Second pitch hitter used by the Govs. Laguerre came in as a .083 hitter and delivered with a single in the 7th. Jeffcoat at .267. 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. One ball, couple of strikes, 2 runners on, 1 away. Strike 3 and out will go Jeffcoat. 9th time this year he's been struck out. And for Chipman, it is K number 2. Jackson Client next. Got his first at-bat of the game in the bottom of the 7th and walked. 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. Got a couple of runners on. And an even count at 1. Thigpen given a walk, Gleaton with a single. One offering, fouled away. And it is 1-2. Boll Weevils in the 9th have Warren, Lear, and Griggs coming to the plate. One-two offering. That is shot up the middle into center field. Given the green line to head on home, Thigpen, he will score. And it's a 7-run lead. Klein with an RBI single, his 34th ribby of the year.
Now batting right fielder number 6, Drew Shiver.
And Coach Bubba Frichter heading his way out to the pump. Let's see if it is to get Chipman. Kind of a similar situation that was discussed in the 7th with Chipman when Frichter went to the hill. You have the runners on and in scoring position that can end the game then. And the same is true here with Gleaton at second. Drew Shiver. Couple of singles, couple of walks, an RBI, 2 runs scored. A .290 hitter this year. First pitch, a called strike. Caleb Scott to the on-deck circle. A little bit outside. One ball, 1 strike. And there's strike number 2 on Shiver. One ball, couple of strikes, 2 gone. 2 runners on and 1 run in. Chipman trying to get out of the inning and go to the 9th. There's a shot into right field. Will it win it? Gleaton given the green line to come on home. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and the ball game's over. It ends an inning early as the 8-run mercy rule is triggered. And it is Wallace Dothan that has tomorrow off We won't see them again until Sunday. And for Enterprise State, it is baseball tomorrow.
And that's the game, fans. Your final
There are your final
score.
numbers.
Wallace, Dothan,
7 hits,
13.
couple of errors, 10 stranded by the Boll Weevils. They got a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. Wallace Dothan, 13 hits, 2 errors. They will leave 9 on. Got a run in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd. Played at 5 in the 5th. Got a run in the 7th and 2 in the 8th. And there is your final score, 13-5. Govs will win it. They'll play Sunday, as I mentioned, Enterprise State, playing a 3 o'clock game tomorrow, taking on the winner of Bevel State and Central Alabama. Thanks for watching. We will see you in right about 12 hours. Have a great rest of your Friday. For the ACCC and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.
And Enterprise State will play the winner of Central Alabama and Bevel State.